Recording? It's recording, yeah. Hi everyone, this is Ravenlay77. I just finished the cigarette. It actually went on without me. I wasn't smoking it, so I'm gonna light one that I smoke. I'm gonna talk to you today about I found out that I had gastroparesis, and it's really bad. It was caused by a lot of things, I'm sure. I didn't start getting really sick like this until after my surgery, and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to record, but I feel like I'm supposed to tell you just about it, and what causes you to feel like. I snapped today and yelled at my mom, who helps me out more than anybody could and wears herself out, and I didn't mean to snap at anyone. I'm just so sick and I didn't mean to do it. When you have some kind of illness and you're bedfast or you're sick all the time, because I've been trying to eat baby food, and as it's going down, I can feel it resting in my bowels, and it will do that for days because I can't eat that much, and so it's not a comfortable feeling. And I have really bad reflux. I can't take in protein, and I got a referral to the Mayo Clinic, but I have no money to go, and I'm afraid anyway, because what are they going to want to do? I'm open to a stomach tube by this time. I'm so hungry, and I'm so tired of being sick that I'm welcoming a stomach tube. I'm okay with a colostomy bag at this point because I want to live, and I'm afraid that I won't, and I think that's a lot of this problem, is I'm afraid I won't live. I know it's like, I know it bothers. It's hard for her to have to help me a lot, and I really appreciate what she does for me. And I appreciate the fact that I did pray that I would be able to get up and get around, and I've been able to. And I felt like I've been so ungrateful. And the thing is when you feel your body shutting down, it's depressing. And it's scary. And I don't want to hurt anybody before I die. I want people to, I've learned so much through my mistakes and through my experiences in life and from everybody I know, and I don't want to die. And I don't want people to remember me sick like this and crying. And it's not that I cry all the time, but I do cry, and it's like an emotional release. And the doctors, they're like, oh yeah, well, she's got this and my records, but it shows on my records where they didn't tell me I had gastroparesis years ago. So it's just been getting worse with time. And now my stomach does not move at all. And when it does, I'm real lucky. Otherwise, it just sits there. Some of the baby food goes down. I don't know what to do, but I'm praying that God will either heal my body or keep me alive and let me feel joy, because it's hard to feel joy when you're sick like this. I am so nauseous that just talking, it hurts my diaphragm and my esophagus, and it hurts to talk, and it hurts to do a lot of things. And sometimes I'll feel well enough to like sing or something like that, and I'll feel okay enough to do something that's somewhat fun, you know. If you have a family member who is really sick, if you have a family member who's really sick, I've learned a whole lot from being sick that I didn't know before, as I've told you, but it just gets to be a more obvious knowledge to me. I don't know, it's from my own experience. I get frustrated, and I get angry, agitated. The stomach thing, when somebody's having a hard time moving things and it's sitting in their bowels or in their stomach, they get cranky. So just saying, it's not an excuse for me, but I know that a lot of people out there are really, I've been there, I've been bedfast, so I know how horrible it is, and I'm so sorry for anyone going through that, and for any family members who have to deal with that. It's scary to be sick, because you see things and you learn things in life, and you don't want to leave without other people knowing what you've learned. And I've learned a lot about humanity from other people, and from the people who care about me and keep in touch and understand my situation, that I can't do a lot of things. And it's not that, oh, she's got a psychological disorder, she's depressed. It's, I'm sick. And when you're sick, you get sad. It makes you sad. And sometimes an antidepressant might work for somebody, you know. I've been sick for a while, so it's like, I don't know, just I don't know, this video is kind of crazy. Nurse, oh my gosh, my doctor's nurse is hell-bent on saying that this is psychological and nothing more, like they did at the hospital. And I have those records where they said that I had all of these problems: colitis, esophagitis, GERD, which is severe acid reflux, and gastroparesis, and the hernia. And they found that a few years ago, and they didn't tell me. And they told me to go home and get happy, as I've said before. And now my doctor's nurse is hell-bent that this is all psychological. And I've called and I've left messages saying, you know, please call me back. I need to talk to you about my nutrition, because I have to find some way to get some. I'm not getting any protein. Like, I'm trying to eat baby foods with a lot of protein, and even they don't want to stay down. And I've been taking betaine with them and trying to make it work, and you know, sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of a trial and error thing, you know. You think one day you can take something and the next day you can't take it, and that's how it is with food right now, and with drinks. if I drink anything with food, I'm definitely going to barf. It just makes me real sick. Just any kind of liquid, even water. People were like, why do you, energy drinks, why do you do those? Well, I'm on gabapentin, and gabapentin is triggered, the neurotransmitter in gabapentin is triggered by taurine. I have taurine pills, but this fills me. For some reason, there's something in the energy drinks that makes my stomach feel full, and I don't usually barf with them. So that's what I've been living on for like the past few years, and I didn't get a call back from my doctor's nurse. My doctor, I know he's willing to send me anywhere, but after everything that's gone on with doctors and this, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the doctors they have here. I don't trust any of them. I know behind the scenes at the hospital, my mother worked there. I know what, it doesn't seem like I'm ever going to get better, and that's fine. I'll deal with it. I just pray that I'm joyous, that I can find some happiness and some good spirit. Just sometimes it gets the better of you, I guess, and that's why I'm like this today. And I was told by my instinct to talk to you just blatantly about what it's like. My body, my muscles feel like they're giving way of some kind of energy. They feel like they're tingly, and they're letting out, like if you've worked out really hard and your muscles feel like they're getting rid of that, whatever it is, adrenaline, whatever. My muscles, my whole body feels like that a lot, and I'm dizzy. I have brain fog. I used to be able to hold a conversation really good, and really good vocabulary, and I thought getting off the psych drugs would help that, but when you get sick and you can't eat, hunger causes brain fog. You can't really think, and it's kind of like what the die-off did of the parasites, which was also documented that, I had traces of what seemed to be infectious diarrhea in like 2014. And it's like, why did you guys not tell me this? Why did you do this to me? And now it's gotten worse. And then the E. coli spread. Now I believe I've killed it all, but if it's in my bloodstream, which I don't know, I had a friend who had candida go into her bloodstream, and she was sick for a long time. She ended up dying. She killed herself. But and I miss her very much, but I know she's in a good place. I know that's against the Bible, but if we have such heart, don't you think our Father does? Yeah. We're just in this world of infirmities, and this is mine, and I want to tell you, anybody else who's going through it, you're not alone. There are people out there who do understand. I watched some of your videos, some of your blogs, and you guys, you helped me so much in understanding that my reactions and everything are pretty much what everybody experiences at some point. I don't like to think that I burden anyone, and I think that's one of my biggest issues, besides being nauseous, And, you know, the body feeling sick, it's that I feel like I've burdened my mom and my family, the ones that are with me. That we don't have much family left because of religion and fights, misunderstandings and understandings, you know. But everything, when it's all said and done, I mean, what are you gonna leave here with, you know? And I don't want to leave here with a bad essence left behind for people to remember. Remember Mallory? Oh yeah, she was so sick. And I don't want that. I want them to think of me in a good way. I'm not always like this. It's just when I am, you know. I think that I should record it this time because I don't know, I was told to, I guess. It was an urge. When I get those urges, I go with them. But hey, look, I haven't paused, like, hardly at all, so there's not going to be a lot of anything I have to do. I don't let it blow my nose on the camera. I'm not going to blow my nose on the camera. Hold on. It's just there are people I'd like to hang out with and who don't know who I've become and what I've realized about life myself. We all have our own different realizations and callings and all that stuff, but like mine, it's like I need to be at least well enough to do some of the things I'd like to do. I'd like to make food. I used to cook because I haven't been able to eat for a long time. And in my 20s, there was a point where I couldn't eat very much at all. I would get too full too soon, and that was just a start of I think that was due to my horrendous period. But anyway, I had endometriosis and it caused a lot of pain, and I had a 9.5 pound tumor removed from my abdomen, which was enveloped in my ovaries. So that was pressed up there undiagnosed for about 2 years because I didn't have insurance and they didn't want to look at that. So they'd feel it, look at it weird, and then pass it off. It's not even in my records. Not that I've found anyway yet in the emergency rooms back then, because I pulled my files from 1997 to current. Yeah. I'm not angry at anybody but those who choose not to listen. They say, oh yeah, well your body's connected to your brain and your brain to your body, and I think your brain's making you sick. And it's like, my body's making me sick, and it's depressing to be sick like this. And I'm not, like, you know, I'm not gonna be this depressed person all the time. But when you don't feel good, you know, I mean, when you have the flu, if you had the flu for 3 weeks, how would you feel? And if there are any doctors out there, nurses, or even my nurse maybe, are you there? Because I'm going to tell you about this. You need to listen to your patients. Psychological problems. Yeah, there was abuse, I remember, and I got through it. I can CBT it into a good thing and not think about it really. But when you're sick, you're depressed, and things you just start remembering things, and it's just like when you're stuck in your head, it's really hard. You don't want to be stuck in your head. That's a really bad thing to be. And because you start thinking about good things at first usually, and then suddenly it turns into the failures in life and everything else. And so yeah, it's not that they're crazy. It's not that anybody who's sick is nuts. And maybe they are, but who isn't? Who in this world is not crazy in some way? I mean, we all have our things. And so I've just been praying a lot. I pray constantly, and even if I do die, I'm okay. I know where I'm going. It's just I'm not ready, and I can feel my body and how it's going, and it's not good, and I don't know how to do this with nobody really listening to me, and then no money to go where I possibly need to go to find out if this is an autoimmune disorder or something. And it's just really depressing to be in the middle of not knowing what's going to happen next or where you're going next. I'm just sitting here not knowing, and that's what people go through. And so I just want you to understand that when you're sick, you have a lot of feelings that come with it, because you're sick and it's depressing, and then the other thoughts come, and that doesn't mean you're psychologically insane or whatever they try to put on you. It means that you're sick and you're hurting, and you need to probably find something else to focus on. If there's anybody who could, if you can watch TV or get like Netflix or watch YouTube or something, just watch things that get your mind off of it. There are some really good meditations on YouTube. I've got some in my morning routine that I do, and they're really relaxing. I've got one that I need to do. It's about getting well. I'm wondering if hypnosis might help. I've also been looking into acupuncture. They said acupuncture can help with gastroparesis, and some studies, but I also looked at some message boards and saw that a lot of people who had the acupuncture, they'd done it for years and paid a lot of money, and it never did anything for them. It would relax them for the time it was in, and then it didn't do anything afterwards. So I mean, it's kind of like, where do I go? And you get stuck and you get discouraged, and those around you who know you real well, they get discouraged over different things, and it's hard to be a burden on somebody. Remember that. It's never easy to think. And I'm not stupid. My mom helps me an awful lot. She helps me with everything. She'll bring me my Jellos when I can't get up. She'll bring me baby food. She tries to help me so hard. She so wants me to make it, but she's afraid I'm gonna die as well. And I just pray to God that I get what He needs me to get out by the time I do go. And if He's gonna lift me up and heal my body, then that's even better. But we in this world we can't really we can only pray for it. It's what's in His will. When our time comes to be with Him. But I've been praying. It seems like when I talk to Jesus, I get a lot of the feeling of the Holy Spirit comes around, and I start getting knowledges and visions and stuff. So Anyway, what I was going to tell you earlier, I can't eat, but I used to cook for everybody. And I was given the vision the other day out of nowhere, cook for this place. And I know where this place is. And it's like, okay, because they feed people, hungry people, at lunchtime. And I don't know if they do dinner, but I've known people who stood in those lines. And I've known people who drove by and laughed at my friends, or even an ex-friend who was standing in a food kitchen line. And that's wrong. That's BS. And karma sucks. And a lot of people say, oh, karma, how can you believe in that when you're a Christ follower? And it's like, because it hits you in the butt. You always eat your crow. It's a matter of learning. We learn in life by eating our crow and saying, oh, I did that. So, but I was told to cook a meal a week for them. So I'm praying that, and if he wants it, he'll provide. Praying that whatever he provides me with, that I'm able to do that. And of course, if it's his will, he makes it possible. But it's something that I feel in my heart that is good. It makes me feel really good to have that. And to know that, faith without works is, I don't know, it's really said in the Bible, it's not good. I don't think God would like that. Yeah, you're supposed to take care of his people, and we can't judge who his people are. And anybody who goes out there hating, you can't judge people, because you don't want to be judged, and there are a million things that you could be judged for. And that's the way it is with all of us. Nobody's perfect. If you want to talk about homosexuality and all of those things, do what you're going to do in your preaching, but don't hammer it into people's heads. And don't say, you're going to die because you're like this, because you don't know. Maybe you're going to die because you're the way you are. Because you're judgmental, and we're not supposed to judge. So I'm really getting tired of these judgmental people, and everybody's getting so weird in this world socially, and they don't want to talk to each other, and they want to like be all uptight and have something up their butt about everything. You can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. If you talk about this, you have to say it this way, and it's like, when does this control end? And when are we, the people who are out there forcing these things to happen, when are you going to stop? Because you're only making it worse. So stop judging, stop being so touchy, and just live and get on with your life. Not everybody's going to agree with what you agree with, or what I agree with, or what they agree with, or what they agree with. So just do what you can in life. And that's all I got to say for now. So Jesus bless you, and I hope you're all okay. And as I always say, never be led by a man or a woman. Never be led by a human being. Only be led by God in your soul. And this is Ravenlay out.